Welcome back to LEGO Technic Set 42215, the Volvo EC500 Hybrid Excavator Part 3. Part 3 will cover bags 8 through 12. This will be the main boom assembly and then more of the superstructure assembly. The excavator arm will have two long drive axles to control the movement of the bucket and then the lock mechanism. It will also have one of the actuators in it, you'll see. The arm separated in a couple parts, the upper lower arm and then the hinge mechanism for the bucket. The stickers were just the right amount, nothing too overwhelming or tedious. They gave it just a perfect accent to highlight the model. There are two drive axles in this arm. One controls the lock mechanism for the bucket and one controls the forward and back movement of the bucket. My June 1st LEGO haul showed up today. It was the Alice in Wonderland brickheads, the Toy Story brickheads, and then the Shrek brickheads. I also got the Unimog as my Technic set. Here we are combining the two arm segments, and you see the drive axle going through it. We're finishing up bag 8 with the side pieces to cover the arm. Turned out real good, looks really nice on the model. Bag 9 focuses on the base and gear assemblies of the excavator arm that makes the connection to the base. And we also make the connection to the actuator that extends and retracts the arm. It was a nice change for bag 9 being so simple and quick compared to bag 10 and 11, which have a obscene amount of studs that go into the side of the excavator. Here we are building the drive that connects to the actuator. Runs from the base to the middle of the arm. A pretty simple design, but works very well. Pretty secured in there too with these two red studs. Here we are finishing up bag 9 off to bag 10. Bag 10 mainly focuses on the connection and gears from the arm to the excavator, so you're going to see a lot of gears. This bag and the gearbox was my favorite parts of the whole build. It was just a joy learning all these new techniques. For the most part, everything's built off the arm, and at the very end we made the connection to the excavator. It was neat to learn how they created the pivots so all the gears still work with the motor. I believe there's only one clutch in this assembly, but lots of gears as you can see. After this we start making the connection to the excavator, which should be coming up here in a couple seconds. I made this look very easy, but this was a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes of getting everything aligned and connected, and now we start making all the connections from the gearbox to the arm. After this gear assembly we do a little more bracing to secure the connections, and then we're off to bag 11. Bag 11 also starts the second instruction manual. The first step of the instruction manual is to raise the arm up to a higher position. It'll help later on to add more support bracing underneath the arm. This side skirt's the first major piece we're adding. It was a little tricky to get all the studs lined up, but it worked out. Not as bad as a couple of the other previous steps. And we just keep on adding bracing. Here we start building the top of the cover of the excavator with what looks like an exhaust piece in it. This will start hiding the gears and mechanics of the model. It turned out nice, looks good, and we keep on adding more and more pieces to build up the side of the excavator. And we finished up with bag 11 on the bag 12. Bag 12 will cover the cab assembly and then the engine cover on the left hand side of the excavator. This will have a door that covers the switch to power on the motors. Bag 12 was one of the more tedious bags. There's a lot of little pieces to go in for the cab of the excavator, as you can see here. Here we are finishing up the cab of the excavator, and we're going to move on to the motor cover. This will cover the on-off switch where you power on the model. Can't state it enough, the sticker sheet was just perfect for this model. I like the yellow, it matches perfect with the black. Everything on it looks great. There were quite a bit of layers to this pivoting door, and it came out great. Look how good it looks. Here we are finishing up bag 12 and part 3 of this build. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.